Hey there everybody, welcome back to the Brotherhood of Gaming video game show. I'm your host, William Morris.
I'm your co-host, Eugene Morris.
Now, a lot of you guys out there might remember this one video game console that came out a few years back. It was called the Nintendo Wii U. It was a colossal failure in the eyes of the public, and even Nintendo thought it was kind of a disappointment.
Well, you know, this console may not have been the most well-marketed piece of machinery ever, but we admit we were fans of it. It had a charm all its own, even its weird pad thingy.
Yeah, to be fair, you are right, Gene. Like, the Wii U does get a little bit unfairly bashed. I mean, there was a lot of untapped potential here in this console. It did have great ideas. Unfortunately, developers just weren't on board, and that's ultimately why the console failed to impress. But despite all of that, it did still have some niche titles on it that were really good and very playable. So, in this console's honor, we're going to take a look at the best, and by the best, we mean 10 of the best, video games that were featured on the Nintendo Wii U. So sit back and let's get started.
Number 10. Pokken Tournament. Pokemon is primarily known for its handheld games, but every once in a while the series ventured onto consoles, and this one came in the form of an arena fighting game. Bandai Namco, you know, those guys behind Tekken, teamed up with Nintendo to produce this surprisingly entertaining fighter, featuring some beloved favorites going toe-to-toe. Simple yet effective, this game is quite addictive for both fans and non-fans of Pokemon alike. Pokken Tournament allows you to battle it out, to see who truly is the best that ever was. This here is a man's Pokemon game.
Number 9. Splatoon. This game right here is proof that Nintendo has plenty of original ideas left in it. Splatoon is a team-based third-person shooter allowing up to 8 players to go into battle. You face off with colorful guns to blast away your opponents, and the ability to transform into squids for fast travel. This is essentially a very family-friendly open warfare, which is right up Nintendo's alley. It also introduced the Inklings, brand new icons for Nintendo that can let you be a kid or a squid. Splatoon is a really colorful way to have a fun time with friends.
Number 8. Xenoblade Chronicles X. Xenoblade Chronicles X is a beautiful and massive action-adventure JRPG. Traveling is key here, like in most games of the genre, and you'll have to accomplish it either on foot or on your giant mechs that you can pilot on the ground or in the air. The sheer complexity in this game will probably intimidate quite a few gamers out there, as it does have a deep gameplay mechanic. There are also plenty of side quests, combat, and a lot more to do, just right for any JRPG fan. For those who have the time and the patience, this game is definitely a must-get.
Number 7. Pikmin III. We have fond memories of the original Pikmin when it debuted on the Nintendo GameCube. And Pikmin 3 continues the franchise wonderfully. This game expands on the concept of Pikmin, allowing the player to control up to 100 of these cute plant-like creatures to explore and uncover lots of treasures. In addition, they have different abilities to help you accomplish many tasks along the way. All in all, this is a game that was pretty well crafted, highlighted by fantastic graphics and great controls. So much thought went into the design of this game, and it really paid off. Well, in our eyes at least.
Number 6. Hyrule Warriors. You would have thought that the person who suggested the idea of combining Zelda with Dynasty Warriors would have been fired immediately. But turns out, it was so crazy, it worked. A celebration of the entire Zelda series and its lore, this game allows you to take control of many series favorites, with plenty of fun attacks. The game also incorporates plenty of strategy, as you must occupy territory and accomplish tasks before your forces are vanquished. The game is a lovely tribute to the Zelda franchise. Put away any bias you may have, and ride off into battle.
Number 5. Mario Kart 8. Mario Kart 8 continues the tradition of enjoyment that is, well, the Mario Kart series. All the favorites are here, along with plenty of vehicles, both big and small. To help you traverse the awesome tracks is crazy race car action at its finest. And of course, there are those cheap weapons to help you get the advantage, including the dreaded blue shell, which has ended many friendships. So yeah, let that serve as a reminder, don't pick that weapon, or you will be punched in the face, repeatedly. Playing this game with friends is a great time here, and it is just as fun as it was on the good old days of the Super Nintendo. Right on, Mario. right on.
Number 4, Bayonetta II. The Wii U wasn't just for kids. This very mature title features the queen of kick-ass, Bayonetta. Saved from obscurity, Nintendo brought her into the fold, and what we got is one of the most prolific hack-and-slash titles of all time. The hordes of enemies are yours to play with as you unleash your ginormous arsenal of weapons and attacks. Along with its crazy over-the-top characters and story, this is a game that just didn't give up. Hopefully, Platinum Games will give us more adventures with the Mistress of Mayhem. Until then, Bayonetta 2 will provide us with hours and hours of insane fun.
Number 3, Super Mario Maker. Mario may have gotten stale to some, so a shot in the arm was needed. Nintendo answered the call and presented us with Super Mario Maker, giving us the chance to customize our own Mario levels and share them for all of the world to enjoy. With all the tools of the trade at our disposal, this game is very easy to pick up and play, and surprisingly addicting. Not to mention it will put your Mario gaming cred to the ultimate test, as you take on some crazy levels made by fellow fans. This game is just flat out a good game, and does show that an old dog can learn some new tricks if given the opportunity.
Number 2, Super Smash Bros. For Wii U. Featuring arguably the greatest roster in fighting game history, the 4th edition of the vaunted Smash series most definitely did not disappoint. It may lack a story, but it honestly didn't need it, as there's plenty to do here. The game is jam-packed with tons of modes to compete in, either alone or with friends locally or online. And of course, the traditional Smash Bros. Fighting style is on full display and sharpened to perfection. This is a party game to end all party games, and earns the status of legendary. All hail Smash.
Now before we give you our number 1 choice, here are some of the honorable mentions. And number 1, and probably the most obvious, The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. The Wii U certainly saved the best for last. A truly epic experience. This is the game you have to play for yourself to fully grasp it. The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild takes this popular series to the next phase. One of the most massive open worlds we have ever seen in video games, Link faces an adventure like he has never before. This is a game that will force you to use all of your gaming skills in order to restore Hyrule to its once glorious former self. But that is enough for now. If you want all the details of this game, just stay tuned to the channel. Wink, wink.
So there you have it. That's our list for the top 10 video games for the Nintendo Wii U.
How true that is, Gene. Yeah, I still stand firm. The Wii U is a fun console that I still have plenty of fun enjoying, and you know what? It did go out on a high note. The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild was truly an amazing game for the system to leave us with. So, guys, the floor is now yours. The comments are down there. Now go down there and tell us what you thought about the Nintendo Wii U. Were there some interesting games on the console that you played that we didn't, or that others probably didn't because nobody had the system? Let us know. Meanwhile, you've been watching the Brotherhood of Gaming.com. I'm your host, William Morris.
I'm your co-host, Eugene Morris.
And before you go, there's a little thing at the end of the video. Be sure to check it out or listen to it. It might be worth your time. Hey guys, if you liked that video, be sure to hit the thumbs up down there below. And if you want to see more, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you can keep up to date with all of our future uploads. And also, you might want to follow us on Twitter and Twitch, as we're constantly updating news on what's to come there and streaming. So if you want to be involved in the review making process by watching our streams, be sure to head over there to Twitch. See you next time, guys.